Good evening, friends, and welcome to Monday. Today's been an off day, at least it was for the beginning of the day, and then I took a nap and everything was made better. Naps really do a whole lot in terms of that, don't they? I don't know what it was, but I woke up at 2 in the afternoon today, I think. We woke up earlier and had some food, and then we went back to sleep. But I woke up at 2 and I just did not feel right. I was not in the mood to play any games. I just wasn't in the mood to write. I wasn't in the mood for anything. And I just felt off kilter, I suppose. It might have been depression, I don't know. I could have also just been tired and grumpy. I probably just needed more sleep, possibly. It's because, it isn't often that I get irritable like that. And I wasn't angry, but internally I was in kind of a man screw everything kind of mentality. And that's why I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna resign and lay back down because I do not know what I want to do with my life at the moment. And I made the right decision because I took a nap. I had a weird dream that I think was processing those emotions, which I can't even figure out how to describe because it wasn't like a nightmare, but it was weirder than a normal dream. So I feel like it was trying to help me process some emotion that was probably going on unseen and flying under the radar. Because then I woke up and I felt normal again, and then I just baked a pizza, and that was always good. I actually really like it. It's pretty cheap pizza, but it's good. And, good and cheap are a fantastic combination, and I'll take most things under that umbrella. That's why Taco Bell used to be my go-to fast food place until, the lettuce recall and everything. Anyway, even though it's a little almost 11 at night, I have coffee, so let's go ahead and share our first sip of the day. Oh yeah, very good cup. But yeah, I was just kind of chilling watching YouTube, and then I started work on my sci-fi book again, and I'm working on chapter 3 now. It's fun so far. Not having an outline for it does feel a little weird because it does make me feel a little more aimless compared to what I have for the Sayada's War. But I'm enjoying the concept enough that discovery writing still feels nice because I'll be able to see where this is going as the story unfolds. And like I mentioned yesterday, I read one of my own books. It was a shorter book, so it only took me a few hours to read, but I enjoyed it, and it reminded me that I am actually a pretty good author. And I don't often think that way. I'm told it a lot, but my brain has a hard time internalizing positive feedback. Negative feedback, it'll internalize, in a snap. Someone says, oh, this little thing here could be fixed. My brain immediately goes, so I'm a terrible author then. I'm trying to get better about that, because the whole thing is you want to build a sturdy foundation of confidence in yourself before you start getting feedback like that. So, yeah, I'm trying to remember to acknowledge the fact that, hey, I've been doing this for 22 plus years, so maybe I am actually kind of good at it. And when I get feedback like that, it just means there's more to learn. There's always going to be more to learn. I'll be writing in my 60s, and there's still going to be more to learn. But yeah, this was the book in question. You probably cannot see the cover because it's very dark, and when I was making it, I put an awkward filter over it that I thought would look better when it printed. It did not look better. But it is called The Heart's Lantern, and it was the first book in a trilogy I had planned called The Secrets of Draklon City. And it's good. It's a really emotional book, and reading it, I'm like, oh, I put a lot of my emotions into this book without even realizing it. It's a very, emotional story at its core, and unfortunately it's not very long. It's let's see, how many pages is this? Yeah, 173 pages, so just under 200. A lot shorter than my average book. And I had intended The Secrets of Draklon City to be one big book, but I reached an ending point for this, and I'm like, you know what, I'm satisfied with the length. And like I said, it took me a few hours to read this. It was surprisingly good. there are some things I would have definitely changed if I had gone back now, but looking at this, I can kind of see the bits and pieces of story inspiration that would later go into books I wrote after this. Like, I wrote this book, I mean, I can't trust the date on this because this is the date that it was printed, which was April of this year, when I wrote this book in like 2024, I think. So, yeah, I can't trust the printed date, but I think it was 2025 actually. I wrote it in like the new year, and then I wrote my next book, which I will eventually get published one day, once I am actually satisfied with it. But reading this reminded me that my stories are actually pretty okay. And I feel like that's the mentality I need to keep in mind whenever I start struggling with my writing because of the quality, which is something that happens very often, where I'll be writing and I'll feel like something is just not good enough. And then maybe I just need to have this book out and remind myself, hey, I actually enjoyed reading this, so maybe this setback isn't really a me thing. I mean, it is a me thing, but it isn't an issue with the quality of the writing. It's just that I need to get out of my own head and just write the dang story. And at the end of the day, that's the lesson I've taken from all of this. But yeah, I'm probably going to get back to writing and enjoying my coffee. Maybe I'll play a game later. I don't know. I took a pretty lengthy nap, so I'm pretty awake now, and it's going to be quite a bit before I'm ready to go back to bed. But with that being the case, I think I'll wrap up today's vlog. Thank you so much for watching. You are all wonderful people, and as always, I will see you again tomorrow.